Ah! Ah! What's up, y'all? What's going on, guys? It's Venom 2 million. And we got some stuff to talk about. We live. Everybody. Hi. How you doing? In the chat. They're my moderators here. I don't know if you are. If you're not, then it's fine. We're about to have a good time. Not going to talk for too long because it is a school night. I got stuff to do, but this Spider-Man PS4 information just keeps dribbling on out. It just keeps coming out. You know, it's just like more. Game Informer is just giving us all the information, and people are really excited. And I had to get a drink of water for this one. I had to take a little sip. So now's the time in which we talk about that combat, that wonderful combat. Can you all hear me? Let me just make sure that I can be heard. Yep, okay, I can hear me. Great. All right, so that combat. We got that combat information. Some stuff here. We're going to bring it up for you a little bit so you can see exactly what I was seeing. Is this it? There it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's the wrong screen. That's not me. Hold on. The combat came, and I must say that I wasn't necessarily, I didn't know what to expect. I went into this not really expecting anything. I didn't know what to expect. I watched the video. It was sent to me on Twitter. People were sending it to me. One person on Twitter, they had this wonderful, here, I'll read their tweet. I can put on the screen, but I won't. I might put it on the screen. But the tweet was it wasn't condescending, but I mean it was okay. It was a little condescending, but it's fine because I'm sarcastic. I get it. The tweet read, and now I can't find. This always happens. The tweets always disappear when I'm about to read them, and then I have to stall because I'm trying to read the tweet to you all, so you all can hear what was said to me. I can't find the tweet, but basically it was like, does this look like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 to you? Does it look like the Amazing Spider-Man? And I wanted to go, absolutely, but no. So I watched it, and I must say, here, we're gonna mute it because I don't really need to hear it. That there was, it looked so. Initially, when we first got some information, when we first saw what we had saw, like it looked like the Amazing Spider-Man 2. It looked like it looked like Arkham-esque, Amazing Spider-Man-esque, which isn't a bad thing, but because Amazing Spider-Man 2 has the here, we're gonna actually move this over. But because Amazing Spider-Man 2 has the what do you call it? That negative connotation, that there's a negative whenever you mention, oh, it looks like the Amazing Spider-Man, and people are like, get mad. Somebody said Venom's about to hate it. I'm gonna hate it. What's up with this hating on the game thing? Like I hate on Spider-Man. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so the gameplay, it looked similar. The fighting, it looks similar to the Amazing Spider-Man. What we're getting here, it's very visceral, very quick. It's really, really dope. It's really cool. I like it. Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know why people assume that I don't like Spider-Man stuff. I don't get it. Like, I really don't understand. Like when Spider-Man Homecoming first came out, I was like, I can't wait to review it, and they were like, you hated it, didn't you? What? Like, what? Just because I didn't, before this, like, these are things this is information and stuff that we're seeing that is worth getting excited about because this is new information. Like, before, we hadn't seen any of this. There was no gameplay. There was like, and people were excited and were mad at me because I wasn't. What we had saw looked like a normal Spider-Man game. Looked like the Amazing Spider-Man. Looked like we hadn't seen anything that made this game look different. And now we're getting that information. Like, anyway, back to this. The fighting So, and the fighting looks like a combination of Web of Shadows, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It looks like a combination, like it looks like an amalgamation. This entire game looks like an amalgamation of everything that worked in the previous Spider-Man games. It does. It looks like that. And the fighting, it looks like a combination of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 fighting with the Web of Shadows. It looks like that. It really does. It doesn't, and that's not a bad thing. It just looks like it looks like Insomniac took all the things that worked in the previous Spider-Man games, put it together, and said, "Here go a Spider-Man game." That's what it looked like. I've been trying to. Okay, I've been trying to like look at everything and remove myself from it, like remove the things that I wanted in a Spider-Man game. Like I've been trying to, because ultimately, like, I think that is pressing my not excitement down, but I think that it's also it's pulling away a level of I guess, yeah, excitement. It's pulling my excitement away, because I have expectations for this game, and I have expectations that like what I would want to do if I could make a Spider-Man game, what I would want to do, and because Insomniac's not doing what I would want to do, it a part of that is also hampering my excitement. Also being burnt is hampering my excitement. The past Spider-Man games, these Spider-Man games, the bar is not that high. Let's be honest. The bar is not that high. Past Spider-Man game wasn't amazing. The one before that wasn't amazing. The one before that, to me, wasn't amazing. So like, the bar is not that high. So sure, Insomniac can create this game and it gets the reception that it does. People are super excited. Like I don't want, because people love to say that I'm hating on the game when I'm not. I'm being honest. The bar for Spider-Man games is not that high. And I want this game to be amazing. Do I think it's going to be amazing? I don't know. I mean, based on what we've saw, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I really want to play the game. I think this could be it could be the best Spider-Man game. Like, I really do. And I want it to be the best Spider-Man game. But I will say that from what we've seen, this, and I know when I say this, people gonna get mad. From what we've seen, it's not gonna be at the level of like the Arkham series. It's like how the Arkham series was. It pushed Batman and into the gaming sphere, into this different direction, because it had this different approach, like and Insomniac, they're taking everything that worked previously with all these other games, and they're putting it all in this one game, which is great, and I think it's great. I think that this game, the possibility of this game not being good is low, but I'm beginning to realize that what I want from a Spider-Man game, which is like innovative and a different, like I talked about in my video that I made when I was like a few years back. I talked about that. Imagine like a Spider-Man game where the Peter Parker and the Spider-Man characters would like collide, and you have to play as Peter Parker and Spider-Man, and like there's a set of objectives that Peter has and a set of objectives that Spider-Man has, and they may, because, and it's all time based, and you have to do this mission, Spider-Man mission, but if you don't finish in time, then you may miss a Peter Parker mission, which would result in the story going a different way, like things like that. Like, that's what I want from a Spider-Man game. Like, when I say the Arkham series, it revolutionized superhero games, because it did. Its way of storytelling, it condensed the character of Batman. Who is Batman? Batman is this. Batman his villains. Okay, his villain Arkham Asylum. They condensed it, right? Like this is what because maybe I'm not making sense. This Spider-Man game, although it may be great, it may be excellent, with the sequel, where do you go? Is the sequel just like Spider-Man PS4 DLC? Like, do you understand? You're like, what in terms of gameplay, in terms of innovation, like Grand Theft Auto, for example, a new Grand Theft Auto, different map, different map. So it's new, right? A new Spider-Man game. You see what I'm saying? Like, where do you there? When we talk about innovation and things like that, like the combat looks excellent. It looks great. It looks fluid. Aside from the animation things that if you watched my channel, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I talk about. But a new Spider-Man game. What makes a new Spider-Man game a new Spider-Man game? Because do you take him out of New York now? He's in some other city swinging around. Like what? So when I think of a new Spider-Man game, and when I think of like what I would do, I would make the game about the character. The character is Peter Parker and Spider-Man. The character is when these characters, these two worlds collide. And Insomniac, sure, they're maybe taking that approach, not the way that I would. But when I talk about like this game not being new, I'm talking about from the framework of the actual gameplay, from the framework of how the gameplay comes across to the gamer. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was the Amazing Spider-Man 1, but with a different story. Is Insomniac Spider-Man 2 gonna be this with a different story? Like the gameplay, sure, it looks great. The combat looks great. It may feel great. But when we talk about, when I and Lucas and other people talk about this looks like something that we've seen before, it does. There aren't any new gameplay mechanics. You talk about Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City and Arkham Knight, different maps. That's something different. But if you have a character that's tied to his city, then the game, what should make this game different should be the way that he the way that this character's story is told, the way how the gameplay is from that. The combat looks great. I have to keep saying that. The combat looks great. But from the beginning, when I've said that this game doesn't look like anything new, I mean that the fighting looks like Web of Shadows and the Amazing Spider, which it does, and that's not a bad thing. It does, but it looks like that. The web swinging, it looks similar in terms of camera angles to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 2. And that's not a bad thing. It just does. And then people respond to me and go, "Well, it's a Spider-Man game. How's it supposed to look?" Give me the budget that these people have. What it comes down to is I am excited about this game. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, but I will never let my fanness cover my face. I will always see and be honest. I will always recognize that no matter how much I adore a product, that the product is something I have to purchase, like I will never ever praise a company for making a great product. Will I be grateful? Sure. But I will never praise in terms of saying, oh, I love that company because they didn't know. Because honestly, it's a company, right? When I and others on YouTube talk about what we want from a Spider-Man game or what we see and what we don't like, you can assume that we're coming from the perspective of, oh, because it's gonna suck. You can assume that. You can assume that we're hating. But for me, I'm never hating. I'm always being truthful and honest. Always being truthful and honest. He says, the game looks lit, bro. Stop being so damn skeptical. And again, you're not listening to me. I said the combat looks great. The web swinging looks great. It does. It looks great. I'm getting the game. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. It does. But I have this strong feeling that it's gonna be it could be the best Spider-Man game. It could be. But I have this strong feeling that the best Spider-Man game in this regard won't be able to compare to like a Batman, to Arkham Asylum. And that's why I just go, dang. Cause like the combat looks so cool. It does. It looks cool. But at the same time, I'm just like, dang, we've already seen it. We've already seen it. The web swing looks great. It does. But it's like, so what about this game is different? And it just bothers me to my core that, like, when I or any other YouTuber says that, or not even just YouTuber, but when anyone says, okay, like, this all looks great, but we've seen this before. Like, what's something new? Instead of other people going, yeah, what is something new? Yeah. Hey, Insomniac. This looks great, and thank you. It looks great. But what makes this game, like, way different, And Insomniac goes, well, this game has gadgets, Instead of that happening, it's like, I'm like, it looks great. It looks great. Before, to me, it did not. It didn't look great. If you watch my channel, you know that. Now, it looks great. It looks amazing. But I've seen it before. Instead of people going, yeah, we probably, why? What else? Because we have seen all that before. Instead of that, it becomes Venom. It's, first of all, it's Spider-Man. What else can you do? Second, here you go hating on the damn game. Why don't you just be grateful? Excuse me for demanding a better product for us. Excuse me. I'll just drink my water. Because how dare I demand a better product for us to purchase? How dare we demand a better product? How dare we demand a system, a gameplay system that is entirely different from all of the other systems that we've gotten within the Spider-Man games? How dare? And then people defend it. Venom, no, it looks good, okay? I don't know why. See, this is why I'm gonna... You have your head so far up your ass. Like, it's like, I mean, somebody said, I don't need innovation, to be honest. I just need the formula to be refined. Okay, that's fine. Great. I would love innovation. But because people don't, like, push for it, we don't get it. Naughty Dog. Rockstar Games, even though they pissing me off, and maybe probably CD Projekt Red. You could throw in Bethesda too. Are like developers that like strive for innovation and like doing these new things. Like, I am so excited about Cyberpunk. I am like so excited about Cyberpunk. Do you want to know why? Because I know the capabilities that CD Projekt Red has. I like Cyberpunk gonna be dope. The next Last of Us, come on now. You know that game is gonna be some fire. You know it. The next Red Dead Redemption 2. Now you already know. You know this game is gonna be of quality. You know it. You don't have to demand it from those developers because they already that's their goal. And I'm not saying that Insomniac, again, I ain't saying Insomniac is going, oh, we'll do what the minimum, you know. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that ultimately there isn't a push. There isn't a push because people settle. You know, there isn't a push for more. There isn't a push for the best Spider-Man game. There isn't, because ultimately people settle. Rocksteady said, we're going to make an amazing Batman game. What is it about Batman that's like, you know, what is it about Batman that's like, oh, let's do that. And I'm not saying Insomniac didn't do that. But what I am saying is that what is evident is that everything that we've seen in this game, we've seen in another Spider-Man game. And maybe it's unfair. How many other Batman games were there before Arkham Asylum? Like a few. And they weren't of the same caliber. Maybe it's not fair. But, you know, he said, I'm reading comments as well. I just read that comment because I wanted to address it. Somebody said, they were like commenting on what I said. Here it is. Don't praise Rockstar and Naughty Dog. They're companies. So when I say praise, maybe that's, you know, when I say praise, like I'm talking about, like in Insomniac we trust, or like the fanboy mentality, you know. I'm talking about that, like the whole this company can do no wrong, you know, that's what I mean. Yeah, so when I talk about praise, that's what I mean. Naughty Dog, Rockstar, CD Projekt Red. Rockstar though, they pissing me off. Okay, they were the chosen ones, and they've messed all that up. But they still, you know, they make quality games. But so somebody asked the question, what would I do to innovate? Here, you know, I'm about to change the title of this live stream and video. Thoughts on Spider-Man PS4 and what I would do. And what I would do. Here it is. And what I would do. Again, I think the combat looks great. I'm really, really looking forward to the story. I think that's what's going to, you know, and it's a single player game. I think the story is what's going to do it. But for those of you that don't know and have not seen my past video, and it's very old, very, 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 very old, how I would make a Spider-Man game would be entirely, it would like, so, and I've talked about this, and somebody even tweeted me within the Twitter sphere, and they said something about it. So I talked about like how I would, in terms of gameplay, the fighting would be something like the Remember Me style, where you make your own combos, and it looks like it does. It's like that in Spider-Man PS4 or something like that. You're not making your own combos, but it looks like the fighting. It looks pretty cool. Yeah. So sure, you can use that combat system. Sure, use that combat system in a Spider-Man game. That's fine. What I would do though, in terms of the game, I would make a Dead Rising. Here, as a matter of fact, we're gonna make me full screen because this, I guess, the video has kind of changed, right? Changed its trajectory. So what I would do is I would make a Spider-Man game that deals directly with the characters of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And you as the player would play as both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. The story would be based upon what you do in game, meaning there's a variety of different endings, and each ending would depend on what you've done in the game. So I think about in Dead Rising how there is the mission structure of in the past Dead Rising, not the new ones, because Jesus. But in Dead Rising 1, there was a time-based mission structure, and you had to complete your missions within a certain amount of time. There would be the Spider-Man missions and the Peter Parker missions, and they would overlap. And the goal would be to complete by the end of the game, complete all of the missions, have everything good, But you can't do that because some missions would overlap. So you may be Spider-Man doing whatever, fighting, example, Sandman, and but you have to go to Aunt May's house and do something, and if you don't go to Aunt May's house and do whatever, then that messes up a relationship or whatever. It would be like this large game. You can call it an RPG, but not really. But it'd be this large game. I'm talking about. We talk about what makes Batman Batman. It's his rogues galleries, its use of gadgets and everything. What makes Spider-Man Spider-Man? The fact that he is Peter Parker and Spider-Man. He deals with these larger than life issues, but also at the end of the day is a person. That's what the game would be about. The story would you can take the story of Spider-Man PS4, whatever, but it would be multiple endings. And say, for example, you're Spider-Man or Peter Parker, you're working at the Daily Bugle or whatever, you're taking pictures of whatever. You're taking pictures of Spider-Man. So you're Spider-Man, you're fighting Sandman, Rhino, whomever, and you have to take these pictures, beat Rhino, Sandman before the end of the day, and then take those pictures back to the Daily Bugle to collect your money. And if you beat Rhino, Sandman, or whomever, but you don't beat them in time, you can't get to the Daily Bugle to collect your money, and then you can't use that money to upgrade your suit, which would make the game harder, or would then have to do with now you're late on your rent or whatever. So the story would be based around the idea of you dealing with being Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and that's what I've wanted. And a part of me has, because I've built that not that exact expectation, but because I've built this want for the best Spider-Man game possible, and an innovative something new. Because like I said, the Spider-Man PS4 2, what is that going to be? It's going to be the same game with a different story. Like, it's just everything that we've seen is what has been in other games, and it's not a bad thing. Now I feel great. I feel excited about this game, but I know that at the end of the day, and what I hate to say is that this game is probably just going to end up being another Spider-Man game. Like Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, even Arkham Knight. It's not just a Batman game. They're Arkham. Like, it's the Arkham series. And it's not just the Arkham series because of that's what it's called. It's that because, like, there is this deep, just this strive for, I don't know, because I'm not faulting Insomniac. That's not why. And I know that in the past I have, because quite frankly, we hadn't seen anything. And people were really excited, and it was really cool. It was really cool to actually piss people off. along with be honest, but also when I was like bluntly honest and it would just piss people off. It was really funny because people got really mad about Spider-Man stuff. But what I do think is that that we haven't seen anything that makes this game stand out from the others. It just looks like the amalgamation of everything that worked in the past games, which is not a bad thing, you know. But yeah, that's where I am. I think the gameplay looks great. I think the everything looks great, but at the end of the day, it's not new. It's not new. And I just want the best game possible, you know. Will I say that this will be the best game? Best Spider-Man game? Could I? Yeah, sure. It could be the best Spider-Man game. It could be. But the bar is pretty low for Spider-Man games, which is unfortunate. You know, Spider-Man PS1 was great. Freaking amazing. Spider-Man for the PlayStation 2, the first Spider-Man I liked it a lot. Spider-Man 2, I liked it a lot. Spider-Man 3, I liked it. Web of Shadows, I liked it a lot. You know? Edge of Time, Shattered Dimensions, Amazing Spider-Man 1, Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now we have Insomniac Spider-Man, which I think will be I think it'll surpass. But, you know, just look at the gameplay. It's like, it's like, hey, this is what we should have got a year ago. This should have been the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. You know. I think it'll be good, though. I think it will be good. Let's read some of these comments, shall we? For all of you watching at home that aren't watching with us live. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Any questions you guys have, put it in the chat now. We've got a little bit of time before I have to dip on out. Take a sip of my water really quickly. He said, with the tech we have now for games, they should be making the best Spider-Man game we've ever seen. Yeah. I think that, and I think it's possible for it to be the best Spider-Man game we've seen. But, man, I'm just thinking about Batman. What made Batman so great? You know, it's like Batman, you had so much more to work with, and it's because of the thought process. It's like you have so much more to work with Batman, but not with Spider-Man. You know, that thought process. Like, you have a lot to work with Spider-Man, but instead there's just the surface level. Put him in an open world city. Here's some missions, some crimes, da-da-da. Instead of, how about you tailor the experience about what is it like to be Spider-Man and Peter Parker? What if that was the game? The experience. You have the story. You write the base story, and then the webs. You know, what would pull him off of that base story, that base trajectory? What if Spider-Man is late? What if he's not there in time? What if da-da-da-da? What if Peter Parker can't do this? What if that? What you know? That's where I would take it. If I had the resources, the money, that's where I would take it. It'd be this, like, their 5-year, 6-year development. But man, that game would be freaking dope. Imagine that. I'm sorry, but that's my idea. And for me, because I'm there, like, it's like, when I say, I'm just like, like, you could do so much. You could do so much. But instead, no, we're going to place him in the open world city. That worked, because that worked before. And then that worked. So, oh, yeah, and that worked, too. So, to bring that. That didn't work. No. But that worked. We can implement that and change that. And, you know. Oh, and, you know, we gadgets, because Insomniac, you know. Again, I'm not knocking Insomniac. I'm not saying they're not innovative. I'm not saying that the game looks bad. I think the game looks hell of a lot better than we've seen in the past. But I am saying in terms of Spider-Man games. It is Spider-Man. It's just Spider-Man. A good Spider-Man. A good one. But Spider-Man. Let's read some more of your wonderful comments. Where do you think we could go next with Spider-Man games? Since I actually went with your idea. Your idea sounds great, but do you think it would be the peak of the characters gaining gaming potential? It would be the peak of the characters. What? Where do you think we could go next with Spider-Man games? I think what I said, like, and I'm not stuck on that idea. I just like that would be great to have that. What makes the if a good Spider-Man Homecoming was a great film because you got the actual character of Spider-Man. Like, in my opinion, that's why Homecoming was great. Because you got the character of Spider-Man. You know something that I noticed in Batman Arkham Knight? Spoiler. The Joker is in the game. And the Joker is a mental hallucination of Batman. The Joker is in the game for like almost its entirety. Not once, while on the outside world, does Batman acknowledge the Joker. And the Joker will be right in his face saying something. Batman looks at him, he sees him, but he does not acknowledge him. Never, because that's Batman. And that small detail, I noticed that one play. I was like, Batman ain't saying nothing to him. Batman sees him. We as the gamers see him. He ain't saying nothing. And that's Batman. So when we talk about Spider-Man, he's in New York. You know, he has loved ones. He has there are other characters within this. That's Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man is a trickster, all that. Batman is not like Bruce Wayne. Batman is not rich, billionaire playboy. That's not what people care about. People don't only care about Spider-Man because of the Green Goblin. That's the difference between the two. Batman's villains and Batman, who he is, Bruce Wayne and Batman, throw Bruce Wayne away. Like, Bruce Wayne is Batman. Like, you get what I'm saying? Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Spider-Man is Spider-Man and Peter Parker is Peter Parker. Like, those worlds, that's what you should be like. And Insomniac, you know. So when you talk about where would you take the game, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And don't tell me, but it'd be boring playing as Peter Parker. Why does it have to be boring? Why does it have to be boring? I mean, what you gonna do? You can go down and pay your rent? And no, you can do so many different things. You can do so many different things. Why does it have to be, you know? With that being said, you know, do people want to play as Peter Parker? No, they don't. When you say, no, we have Peter Parker level, you know, you go initially, oh, that's cool, but then you start thinking, well, what would I be doing? Their gameplay, you can integrate that within the story. There are a number of different ways and avenues you can take it in which is not boring, you know. But I think that you're missing something that's a vital element to who the character is, to why people care about the character. And when you talk about a game, you want to have that. You want to have that element. And I feel like an innovative way to do that would be to have that branch, the differing of missions. You have missions that you have to do, and they have time limits because That's the issue. The issue is always for Spider-Man, I hope I get there in time. I hope I do this. I hope I do that. You let someone down. And you as the gamer, you feel that because you could have did it. You could have been Spider-Man, web swing, saved 1,000 people, then got to the Daily Bugle, made your money, then went on your date, then did that. You could have did that. But you as the gamer failed. Like that. That's freaking dope. That's dope. And I don't understand. How do you not go there? How do you you don't go there? It's just like, all right, so Spider-Man swings around the city, put him in an open world, okay, and then we got missions. You got a Goblin, Norman Osborn, yeah, and then you got okay, and then now you use Peter Parker, and he's like he's scientist, and and then everybody goes yeah. But again, that's because the bar is not that high. That's another reason why people are like yeah, because the bar isn't that high. But you get so to answer your question, DJ Sugalicious99. That's where you go. That's where you go. Would it be the peak of the character's gaming potential? Absolutely not. Because now you can build. Now you can build. Your story can go. Because the game it's a single player game. It's going to always be about the story. But with that type of story now, with this varying, I just think that's sweet. Personally. That's what I think. If you're watching this not live, well, let me know what you think in that comment section down there. I'm going to continue reading some of your comments because I've neglected a few of you. Okay, here we go. They should have made the game... Hold on. They should have made the game stressful as hell. They should have made the game stressful as hell being Spider-Man. It's stressful. The game should be about sacrificing against Peter and maybe ruining relationships. Yeah, again, sure. I don't want people to think that I'm going, why didn't you do my idea, Insomniac? Because it sounds like that. And it's only because I'm being truthful. The game looks great. But it doesn't deserve the praise that it's getting. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's so, like, somebody commented on a old video of mine, and I'm like talking about the Amazing Spider-Man 1, and like I am freaking out, and it was little me, but like I am so excited, like I was like and then the comment was, the very first Venom 2 Million video I ever saw. He was so hyper. Now he barely has any personality in his videos. I'm like, damn. I don't have personality? Okay. And then I commented, well, the world will do that to you. But in all honesty, well, I'm older as well. But that was a different time. Like, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 was going back to the open world formula, and we had just been at this stupid, like, level-centric Spider-Man phase, and now we're going open world with this new developer, and I'm like, yes, yes. But, like, this is a time in which we've just left this open world-centric Spider-Man with this new developer, and now we have an open world Spider-Man with a new developer, albeit it's Insomniac Games, And then they show, imagine now, where just came off all that. Now we have a new developer with they're making another open world Spider-Man game, and we see the first trailer, and that trailer looks the way it looked. Looking like they made Spider-Man 2. I say something about it. I'm like, no, And then we get gameplay. Or rather, no, because that's not what happened. Then, from a 2-minute trailer, people are like, shut up. And like, I have evidence. No, it does look like that, And then we get gameplay, and it straight up mechanics from the Be-Moor Spider-Man games. And like, so you get what I'm saying. Get what I'm saying. Okay, here we go. Your complaint seems short-sighted considering we don't really know the story of the game. Okay, Ruben. What complaint do I have? Ruben, while you're answering that question, because I'm going to come back to you, what complaint do I have? If my complaints, plural, seem short-sighted, you can tell me that complaint, and then tell me how it is short-sighted. Tell me the complaint that I have that is short-sighted. You said, I'm assuming it's regarding the story. So, tell me that. Let's continue. The only thing I'm worried about Spider-Man PS4 is the story because Dan Slott is helping writing it. I think the story will be good. I hope. I hope the story is great. He said, why people complain about this game, not fully understand what's going on. People love Spider-Man impression, bro. I don't understand what that means. Why are people complaining about the game? I mean, there aren't a lot of people complaining about the game. Do you think the game can run on 60 frames per second? No. No. The game is 30, I believe. Okay, let's continue to read. I care more about things like characterization. If the mythos of the character is well represented to me, that makes a good product because it shows you the essence of the character. Was Dead Rising, a game from like 2007, not able to well implement a time system? What? It implemented a time system. Great. Dead Rising was a great game. It was a great game. But Beanox thought annoying the players was a good idea. What do you mean? How did they annoy the players? I don't think... No, Beanox didn't say, let's make a bad game. They just didn't really push forward. They didn't meet the mark. There it is. They didn't meet the mark. Yeah. Spider-Man just swinging around. He observes an explosion from the distance and sees the X-Men fighting the Juggernaut. That'd be sweet. Maybe the sequel will incorporate a time, feature deadlines for choices, consequences, obligations, responsibilities, pulling on you to meet everyone's needs, still have a life of your own. Maybe. That would be great. I just personally don't think, like, what we've seen is great, and I think it's excellent, but like they announced a mechanic that slows down time and allows you to target where you want to go. What is that? WebRush. I called that the game had WebRush last year. WebRush. What game did that originate from? The Amazing Spider-Man. It's just, you see, they're taking the things that worked and putting it together, which is good. But, it's not like pushing, like I'm not like, oh my God, this is gonna be like, that's not where I am. I'm just like, okay, that looks good. Yeah. Yo, that looks really good. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not at Kingdom Hearts 3 level. Kingdom Hearts 3. Dog. Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, I'm not there. Kingdom Hearts. Shoot, Kingdom Hearts 3. Y'all don't even know. Y'all ain't know. Okay. Maybe you do know. Let's continue going. Let's continue scrolling. Said, shoot, I'm trying to. Insomniac Games is living by the philosophy of under promise, over deliver. Okay. I hope. That'd be dope. I hope. Look, I want this game to be the best freaking experience I could ever have. If this game was the best game I ever played in my life, that would be amazing. That's like, my name is Venom 2 Million because I am a huge Spider-Man fan. Like, I want the best Spider-Man game possible. I want the best Spider-Man game possible. Do I think this can be that? Yeah, absolutely. I think this could be the best Spider-Man game possible. But what I've seen is like, it's like, oh yeah, that's the best Spider-Man game, hands down. It is, you know. But it's not like, yo, did you see that? Like, do you see what they doing? Like, it's not like that to me. Which sucks, man. Which sucks. Dog, I would love. Man. Shoot. This man Lucas. Thanks, Lucas. This man just donated. Thanks, Lucas. It's a combo of the main Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 with better visual effects. Not bad, but nothing added besides gadgets and a possible riveting story. An opportunity possibly missed, in my opinion. Lucas, yes, bro. That's exactly how I feel. And I am a little disappointed, but I am excited. I just think they could have, like, dog, they could have just, and I don't think, that's so annoying. I don't think it's like, it's gonna be the best Spider-Man game. It can be that, but Spider-Man game bar is not that high. Like it's at the point where the game could be the best Spider-Man game. And then later down the line, you go, you know, Spider-Man PS1 was still freaking amazing. Like, I think that I would play that. Like, that's how I feel. Man. Again, time will tell. We'll all be playing it soon. Well, September, not soon. That September can. No rush to get to September. I want the summer. This winter stuff, man. Okay, let's read what people are saying. I still stand by my stand that Spider-Man should lead his own team. I don't know what you're talking about. The web swing reminds me more of Ultimate Spider-Man more than anything. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, yeah, it looks a little bit more like Spider-Man 2, which is Ultimate Spider-Man's. Kind of. Venom, what do you think about the pre-order bonus being early access? I mean, sure, I'm not pre-ordering nothing. I mean, I'll pay for the game, like digital, but I'm not like, what's the point of pre-ordering things nowadays? Like, they don't run out of copies. Like, that in the past is what the point of a pre-order was, so you wouldn't run out. I don't know. The story apparently emphasizes the duality of Peter and Spider-Man, so there's that. Yeah. Lucas, we're going to have to get money, get the rights to the Spider-Man game, and make Spider-Man again. Shoot. Oh, man. Insomniac has been really good at keeping things secret. The biggest part of the game, the most impactful part of the game, I anticipate will be the compelling Peter Parker story. Yeah, I think the story is going to be what goes. Yeah, not necessarily the game. Story. I can't even finish saying what I'm saying. The story. The story will be great. Hopefully. I think the story will be great. When they showed Spider-Man PS4, the game looked like the main Spider-Man 2 game. I don't understand why so many people got hyped. You know. Hey, Venom, longtime fan. People need to complain. Insomniac is feeling too good with the compliments. The game looks good, but there's a lot of animation problems. Yeah, there's some animation problems. I don't. Game Informer said that Insomniac's nervous, and I think that's probably so, because they're a developer, and now they're like in the public's eye. Because they're doing Spider-Man, and there are a lot of people that are like, "Oh, Spider-Man," and They're like, we can't mess this up, dog. Which they can't. They shouldn't. Um, Venom is the new That's So Raven. What? I don't know what that means. Yeah, but it's not first person this time, at least, and it's not really a detriment. Yeah, I don't think it's a detriment. I just think that. Hold the heck up. Donuts just said Web Rush originated from Spider-Man 1. Please, provide evidence. Provide evidence. Provide evidence, please. Who's excited for that God of War though? Hey, I'm not watching nothing. I ain't watching nothing about God of War. I'ma just play it. I ain't watching nothing about God of War. Nope. I'm just gonna play it. I'm not. What separate Kingdom Hearts 3 from the other Kingdom Hearts? So first of all, the party system is larger. The party system. You can have a lot more people in your party. Second of all, you're diving now. You're like, okay, hello. Third, you're going to be playing as a whole bunch of other characters. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Bring it back. The story. This game, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be 100 hour. Okay, it's not going to be that long, but it's going to be long. It better be long. It better. What separate Kingdom Hearts 3? That's another stream. Let me stop. That's another stream. Venom, I'd like to know what suits you like to see in the game. All of them. All the Spider-Man suits possible. All of them. I would have assumed you were a huge Venom fan by your name. I am. I'm a huge Venom fan. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Yep. All of it. All of it. All of it. Hold on. Let's scroll it up. Honestly surprised there will be no microtransactions. Yeah, I am a little bit, but they're doing DLC, so Okay. Hopefully, this game lays the foundation of great mechanics and world building that can be expanded into a masterpiece in the sequel. Hopefully, Venom, you need to collab with Lucas more often. Yeah, man, we going. I'm telling you, the summer's coming. Even though I have a little bit more time, and I'm gonna be doing the YouTube thing a little bit more. We gonna do it. What suits would you like? All of them. Thank you, Donuts too. All of them, man. I want to see all of them. Yeah, all the suits. Every single Spider-Man suit you can think of. The Iron Spider suit. Yep. With the legs. Yep. All of it. Yep. Every single suit. They've added more than gadgets. This game doesn't look like the main Spider-Man games at all. Okay. They have added more than gadgets. They have. I agree. They added. They added gameplay segments as Peter Parker. Oh, that was in the May Spider-Man 2. I'm sorry. They added they added the animations. No, the web tunnel. They added web tunnel. I don't know what that is. I think that's the web thing. No, I don't know what that is. They yeah, y'all can let me. Y'all help me out. What they? I'm not even making a joke. I'm really trying to remember, and I'm not making a joke. Can you guys let me know what they add? I was joking a little bit, but I was really trying to figure it out. Oh my God, y'all donating. Thank y'all. Hey, Venom, long time fan. People need to complain. It's up. Yeah. I'm trying to understand, but I'm having difficulty. I feel like you have great ideas, but it's a matter of how they're translated to the gameplay. Well, I'm trying to understand what you're getting at. So the game would run on us in terms of my idea. The game would run on the system of like you having to complete tasks, and these tasks, that's the basis of that's the framework. That's how the story is delivered. That's how the missions are delivered. Same thing with random crime events. They would pop up in that. You got little things. Time until crime is over, whatever. Like everything would be based around that system. That's the system it's all about time. Time. That's what the game is about. Time. Spider-Man, I hope I'm not too late. That's what the game will be about. That will be the theme of the game. You can incorporate everything that you've gotten from Spider-Man PS4, and then instead of in the missions, you make a million missions. Not that many, but missions, and now they all are interwoven, and then you have your random events which aren't interwoven with the actual main story, but they can intersect and get in the way. And now at the end of the game, you have like 16 to 20 different endings. Then for the sequel, which one is the real ending? Then you do Deus Ex. What Deus Ex did. None of them's the real ending. So that's what I'm talking about. Final Fantasy 15 did flop. No one's playing it anymore. Hey, it would have been better if they better than Final Fantasy 15 did not flop. Like that, they updating that game. Like that game didn't flop. What are you talking about? It didn't flop. All right. What made Spider-Man 1 so amazing in your opinion? Oh, okay. The characterization of Spider-Man. It was so spot on. The rogues gallery, the varying of missions, the varying of villains. It was just fun. Like you could tell that Neversoft loved. They loved the character and they loved working. Like it was just love in that game so much, and it just bled through. That's what made it so amazing. Love. They said if you pre-order the game, you get a bonus of some kind. I don't know. Here, I don't know why. I gotta put y'all. Whenever y'all here, y'all always, you, Evan, y'all always, the hell, y'all, shit, I got y'all back. Hopefully y'all got mine. I'm really behind on these thoughts. Yeah, Lucas will stream on Friday. I'm gonna be watching, man. Lucas streaming on Friday. Everybody tune in to Lucas this Friday. He's gonna be telling his thoughts on everything. Let's keep scrolling. It's so obvious Green Goblin's gonna be in Spider-Man PS4. I think they're trying to not make that obvious. I think that it just pushed me all the way down to the bottom of what you guys are saying. I want to read everything and catch all the way up. Okay. I just want to see. Next step in a Spider-Man game is having to have the game mechanic to switch from Peter to Spider-Man on the fly. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Oh, that'd be sweet. Like that would have to be in if with the idea that I was thinking, like that would have to be there. Switching, going to an alleyway, pressing the back or select button, and then yeah. As much great info Game Informer is giving us. Will they spoil a lot down the line? Probably not. I just want to see legit uncut footage of this game without the interviews and talking. No interruptions. I just want to take it in. Yeah. The thing I dislike about the combat is because of how unrealistic the air combat is when he floats, and they said that they're concentrating on how realistic everything is. That doesn't bother me. It's a game. Venom, what DC characters do you like? Batman, Superman? I don't dislike any of them. I like Superman a lot. Superman is dope. They need to make Rocksteady make a Superman game. Dog. Ooh, they need to make a Superman game. Ooh. If I had the resources, oh, shoot, y'all. Superman, dog. Superman, that'd be a dope game. And I can't stand, oh, you can't make a Superman game. Telling you, y'all, man, make a Superman dope. Kingdom Hearts 3 has been in development since 2013. Yeah, it better live up to the hype, yeah. How do you think the crafting suits, what do you think of crafting suits? How do you think it will work? The crafting of suits, I think it's the combination, the combining of elements from a suit. So, like, for the base Spider-Man, you could probably have that guitar that's in that punk suit Spider-Man, or you may be able to change the eyes, the lenses of your Spider-Man, change the spider of your Spider-Man, the color of your Spider-Man. You know, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be cool. Venom 2 million. Why do you have a problem with DLC in general? I have an issue with day one DLC, but after the game comes out, I think it's fine. I don't have a problem with DLC in general. I have a problem with DLC being made alongside of the game being made. Because if you're making DLC at the same time as you're making the game, why don't you just put it with the game? Now, you're doing it for the money. Which, of course, you're making DLC for the money, but, like, prime example. I'm making you some cookies. You say, Venom, could you make me some cookies? I'm like, yeah, I'll make you some cookies. I make your cookies. All right, I'm making them. For you. Well, I'm making your cookies that you already have asked for. Or, better yet, that you've purchased for me. I say, I'm about to make some other cookies. I'm about to make some more cookies. At the same time as I'm going to make some more cookies. And instead of me making these other cookies that I'm making at the same time as your cookies, instead of me giving them to you, because you already asked for some cookies, I say, nah, these other cookies, I'm going to sell them to him. That way he can buy more cookies. Nah, sure, that's all right. That's fine. But the practice is kind of, if you know about it, you're like, why don't you just give me the, you already making me cookies. Why don't you just give me the other ones? Like, it's like, no, because I wanted more money. It's one thing if, like, you ask for cookies, you come over, here are your cookies, man. And then later down the line, yo, I got some more cookies. But it's another thing, I make your cookies, and I make some extra cookies as well. I give you the cookies that you, and then I'm like, oh, and I got some more cookies. You know, it's like what the, why don't you just put the why didn't you just give me all the cookies to begin with? I wanted more money. Now, if I make you a batch of cookies, and once your cookies are already made, then I go, oh, and I got some extra ones that I'm about to make too, if you want some. That's different. Because now, you already focused. You focused on the main thing. You didn't use any additional resources for that extra thing. You focused on the main thing. But when you start focusing on the one game and then say, hey, we're about to take some of y'all off of that and y'all gonna start making the extra stuff. It's like, oh. Oh! It's one thing if we didn't know. But did you see the classic Spider-Man and the combat vid I did? They had a spider drone. Yeah. And they didn't even show that. Why didn't they show the spider drone? I want to see the spider drone. I was like, where? And it's a gadget. Which boss are you most excited to go up against? Spider-Man PS4, mine is Shocker. I want to go against Green Goblin, man. And I want to go against Mr. Negative. I wonder how that Mr. Negative fight is going to go, like on the subway and stuff. in that confined area. That could be sweet. That could be dope. They added refined gameplay. Nothing is really new, just a lot better and appealing. Exactly. Which isn't a bad thing. But, you know, am I bad? Am I wrong for wanting something new? The DLC will be available in March 2019 for everyone. That's 6 months after the game comes out. But they're making it right now. They're making it right now. The game comes out in September. They're making the DLC right now. And the DLC won't come out till afterward. Why are they making the DLC for a game that is not even complete right now? That's my problem. Do you think Green Goblin will be in the game? Yes. And thank you for the donation, Donuts. Really appreciate it. I do think that the Goblin will be in the game, and I think that it's gonna be sweet. I think it's gonna be dope. What if the game comes out and it ends up being the worst one yet? If this game come out and be awful, dog, I can't even fathom it. I can't even fathom it. Nope. What do you think of the environmental takedown? The way it looks, it might make you feel like Spidey more than ever. I think the environmental takedowns look cool areas. Come on. This is hilarious. It's of course going to do this to me. If I go to Twitter then, cuz I apparently okay, here we go. Now I'm trying to pull up y'all comments. That way I can read them. Because like I said, I love having conversations with you all. All right. I don't need to hear me. Whoa. Why is it offline? Why is the stream offline? Why is the stream offline? Why is the stream offline? Why is this? Hello, am I back? The stream is doing its own stupid thing. It's doing its own thing. Insomniac is getting me. They're bringing me down, but they not gonna stop me. No. Ain't gonna stop me. Can you hear me? Are we live? Am I here? Am I clear? Am I good? I just want to be good. There we go. I think I'm good. I'm good. We back. Okay, Insomniac trying to. He said, I'm out. Too much nitpicking, circle jerk. Have a good one, Brad. Have a good one. My stream always be getting taken down. What I do to y'all? Tell me, how would you be able to make Superman fly in 2018? Yo, what you mean, how would you be able to make Superman fly in 2018? What you mean? How? You... What? Make him fly? Like, I don't understand that question. I don't understand that question, man. You just make him fly. Like, you want an example. Okay. Superman Returns, the flying wasn't bad in there. Something like that. Something like that. A simplified version of the what is it called? A simplified version of the how you fly a jet on Grand Theft Auto or something. You know, like just make them fly. You know, I would do. Gravity Rush 2 is how you make Superman fly. Okay, I haven't played Gravity Rush 2. I played the demo to Gravity Rush 1. It was just a demo. Um, continue the questions. I got about 10 minutes left. Then I'm gonna go. Batman flies in Arkham Knight. Yeah, but I mean you have to like go down and glide. But yeah. Um, peace out, Matthew. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for staying with me right here. Um, the graphics in the old games, no one cared about the mechanics. Let's say he flies in the city. What happens when he runs into buildings? Well, I mean, if he runs into buildings, it should definitely affect the environment. Personally, I would make the Superman game. It doesn't have to be open world. I wouldn't place it on Earth for the first one. I wouldn't place it on Earth. Yeah. Would you do a Kingdom Hearts 3 streams? Yeah, I would. Yes, I am actually. Yep, I am. Uh, yep. I'm doing the Spider-Man PS4 stream. I'm definitely doing that stream. Yeah. What if Insomniac put you in the game? I don't think they'd put me in the game. I think they'd put like Evan and like other members of the Spidey Squad in the game, but I don't. I mean, I don't know what they think of me. I just know that they've seen some of my videos. Like, I mean, they probably don't. They're not too fond of me. Like I, to a degree, don't praise their work, and they're working so hard on it. So like if like me, I understand. Like if someone was talking about like my work like that, I would be a little like perturbed. So I mean, but also I want it to be known that I never come at it. My intention is never to disrespect. But yeah, you know, you know. How many times have I've seen the same takedown and web swing animations in their gifs and videos? That's probably like 6 minutes of content. Um, I wish there was a day and night cycle instead of them having them on missions. Yeah, but oh well. I was actually listening to a podcast. They were talking about that today. But do you think England is my city? What does that mean? Do you live in England? Sure. I don't know. Do you think I live in America? I could be Canadian. I could be What I was about to say. Canadian. Yeah, Canadian. I don't know what. Who said day and night would only be in missions? Will you bring back Venom Time? Yes, I will, but it's not gonna be like. For the time being, it's not gonna be like Venom Time. Then, like it's just gonna be called Venom Time, and then me playing the game. Like it won't be like the intro and stuff because I'm gonna live stream Spider-Man PS4, the entirety of it from the beginning to the end. Will you do a walkthrough for Avengers project? Yeah, I mean maybe it depends on what it is. If it's like a like top down game, absolutely not. Which it might not be because Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, But if it's like a top down game, absolutely not. I'm not playing that. No, that you can let them other YouTubers do it, not me, not me. What if Naughty Dog did Spider Man? I don't know, man. If Naughty Dog did it, I don't know. But I don't want to knock Insomniac. They're not a bad developer. They're a great developer. It's just my issue has nothing to do with the developers. Okay, I don't really have an issue. It's just the fact that what we're seeing is what we've seen. That's my thoughts. What we've seen is what we've seen. I don't think Peter works in Horizon Labs. They want Peter's job to be a surprise, and Horizon is so obvious. I think he works in Insomniac Labs or Forensic, like MC2 Comics. Well, whatever he's doing, he can't pay for his rent. Whatever it is. I'm getting that feeling that the Square Enix Avengers game will be top down too. I hope not. But if it is, just know I will not be playing it. I'm not playing that. Hey Venom, just got back from watching First Avenger. What did I miss? I mean, you missed quite a bit, but it's all right. I think this video is gonna have like two parts because my stream crashed, so you'll be able to check it out. And let me continue. Venom, what do you think of Shazam the movie? I think the Shazam film can be good. I hope. I hope it's good. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. We're about to start wrapping up this stream. Hey Venom, would you want another Wolverine video game with its own original story? Just as gory as X-Men Origins? That'd be dope. I have never played like that full game though, and I want to so bad. I will play it eventually, but I've never played it, and I want to so bad. Um, what do you think of Shazam, the character? I mean, he's a kid. Billy, what's his last name? Billy something. I don't know. What's Shazam's name? Shazam. He is Billy. Billy Batson. That's his name. You know, he's gonna be cool. I mean, the character's fine. I don't really have a. I don't care. I'll be honest with you. I don't care. How long do you think the story's gonna be? Not that long. Okay. I hope it's 20 hours. Will it be? Maybe. Hopefully. I hope it'll probably be 10 hours. 10 hours, yeah. And they didn't name an actual game mechanic. And they didn't name an actual game mechanics. What are you talking about? I don't know what that means. Ghastly Cloud. I would love if they could do an Incredible Hulk game like your Bruce Banner. You said Bryce. Bruce Banner and the Avengers call you or something happens. You have the ability to turn into the Hulk or stay as Banner. Okay. Would you like to see Stan Lee cameo in Spider-Man PS4? Sure. If you haven't, you should read the new 52 book. The new Shazam 52 book. Do you think Insomniac could make a good Deadpool game? Yeah, I think they could. I think Deadpool would probably be really good for Insomniac. Insomniac, yeah. Yeah. But I mean, again, they're making Spider-Man, and they are not a bad developer. It's just, you know, what we're getting is what we've gotten. And it's a better version of that. So at least that's what I've seen so far. It looks like a better rendition of everything that we've gotten before, which could make this the best Spider-Man game possible, or best Spider-Man game we've ever had. Best Spider-Man game yet, rather. I just don't think it's going to be... Right now, I can honestly say, I just don't think it's going to be like, look at that! Like, oh my god. Which sucks. Have you heard of a YouTuber named Godzilla Mendoza? Absolutely. Do you think Doc Ock? And if so, do you think they will have Doc Ock? And if so, would you like to have Superior Spider-Man? No Superior Spider-Man. But you can do Doc Ock. Would you play an Iron Man game? Yeah, I would if it was dope. Does it make you nervous that the creative director of Insomniac said that the difference between their Spider-Man and the others is that theirs can say he is made by Insomniac? I understand what you're trying to say. It doesn't make me nervous, but that is worth noting. Do you think that they can make a good Batman game? Who, Insomniac? I think in they've made great Batman games. 2 Batman games that were great. Arkham Knight wasn't bad. It just, you know. Would you like a Captain American game? Yeah. Yes. What if Insomniac's game's plan is to use the first game to establish their bases, and in the next Spider-Man game they go crazy with totally new things? Then that's what they're doing. I don't know. Captain America, the First Avenger of the game was hard. I never played that. I want an X-Men game. There was this X-Men game that I played when I was little, and I just remember being stuck on this part, and it said, create a diversion, and I didn't know what a diversion was, but it was just a distraction. You had to, like, do the mission. I just didn't know how to do it. It's the X-Men game with Spider-Man and the cameo. I think, yeah, that. Do you dislike Superior? No, I don't dislike Superior. I just think that, don't do that in the first Spider-Man game. Do you like Godzilla Mendoza? Godzilla Mendoza's his channel is really cool. For my problems I have with Spider-Man PS4 video, I linked to his channel, I think. Or was it Captain's? It may have been someone else, actually. But, whatever. If Naughty Dog makes a Marvel game, I want them to make either Captain America or Venom game. Ooh, that'd be dope. I don't think they're making Marvel. I mean, if given the opportunity, they probably would. But I don't think, if they were to make a Marvel game, it would be something like Punisher. Yeah. Do you think the release date will get bumped up? I was thinking about that release date because the font in which it's written in is like so plain. Like, what if it could be changed? I don't know. But it was weird. Part 3 of your story. It's supposed to come out Friday. It's supposed to come out Friday. Today is Wednesday. Do you think we will see Miles as Spider-Man and Spider-Man PS4? No. How'd you feel about a Marvel DC crossover game? That'd be dope. How big of an impact do you think the costume attributes are going to make on the game? I think it's going to be something that is utilized for for another playthrough. Like, I don't think it's going to be like too big for like the first playthrough, like, because you're not going to have much. I think it'll really come to play like, oh, what if I played a game and I got Punk Spider-Man and I got a guitar? Like, I think it's really something it's an incentive to replay the game. That's what I think. I think Peter and MJ will end as a couple at the end of the game. Maybe. In my story, well, I'm not going to spoil it. All right, y'all, we about to start wrapping it up because I have some stuff to do. So we're going to wrap it up. As always, I thank all of you for watching. I am Venom 2 million, telling you all that I appreciate you. If you've watched this video and it wasn't live, thank you. I'm glad that I could be that noise in your ear while you're doing whatever else you're doing, or that you just sat and watched and listened the entire time. As always, I thank you for watching. Stay tuned to my next video where I'm gonna put out that part 3 of my story. Jesus, I'm supposed to do the part tres to my story. Hey, if it doesn't happen, I'll let you know ahead of time. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good one. It is your boy, Venom 2 million, saying peace. What is that? Oh, that's my orange juice. Look at that. It looks kind of, oh, wrong one. It looks kind of messy over there, but it's like a post. No, some stuff that I have to put up, and then like orange juice, and then hot sauce. Yeah, it's not that messy though. And then there's a pillow on my couch. That just looks like a nice thing of peace, y'all. Have a good one. I always do that.